Yo, this is Jay from Straight Smoke Gaming, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about the Tennessee Titans and what they should potentially do with their first overall pick. As you guys know, Titans, they got a lot of problems with their team, and the consensus pick, me and Ord both think it's going to be Cam Ward, but there's a lot of questions as to if that's the right pick. And when you got a guy like Travis Hunter who could play both sides of the ball, and you got edge rusher like Abdul Carter, and who knows, maybe Shador Sanders instead. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we're going to do. So first off, we're going to sim 3 seasons with Cam Ward here. In year 1, he's starting out as a 73. He got that normal development trait. And like I said, we're just going to sim 3 years. We're going to take a look at how the team does every year and how he does as an individual. And we're going to kind of say who we think, according to Madden, would be the correct pick. We're going to do that for Cam Ward, Abdul Carter, and Travis Hunter. But yeah, overall, 73. He's got that normal development trait. Maybe we can develop that. But overall, Cam Ward, starting quarterback for the Titans here in year 1. And they end up going 9-8. If you take a look at the My Team rankings, team's really bad. You know, there's a little bit of yellow for the offense. They're kind of middle of the pack. Defense is red. And like I was saying, this team is really bad. There's a lot of holes. It's going to take more than 1 year to turn around the rebuild. But it would be kind of nice to see some promising stats from Cam Ward. So let's go ahead and take a look at the stats. He throws for 3,700 yards, 21 touchdowns and 14 picks. Only completes about 60% of his passes. So overall, not really a good year. A lot of interceptions, not many touchdowns. Completion percentage is a little bit low. And, he was hit 29 times. So maybe part of the reason is you need to bulk up the offensive line, get the offensive line better. Maybe that'll contribute to better stats. But overall, not a really good rookie season for Cam Ward. But like I was saying, there's a lot of problems. So it's not just going to be like 1 year and the Titans are good. I mean, it's going to be multiple years. So let's go ahead and get into year 2. So over here in year 2, he ends up, I believe it was a 6 overall jump, now up to a 79. Still has that normal development trait, so that sucks. If he had a superstar or a star factor, it would definitely up it a little bit, and he would be a little bit quicker develop, higher overalls, and probably end up playing better as well. But this is what we're working with going into year 2, 79 with normal development trait. And at the end of year 2, the Titans go 3-14, so definitely a step back from last year. Taking a look at the My Team rankings, pretty much everything is red. So the offense really wasn't good. The defense by far was not good. On the offense, there's one that's yellow, so they're middle of the pack, and I believe it was passing yards per game. But overall, still not a really good season for the Titans as a team. Let's go ahead and take a look how Cam Ward does. He threw for 4,100 yards, so first year over 4,000 yards, 21 touchdowns to 18 picks. Still a lot of turnovers. You're going to want to limit that. Keep in mind, we're not even looking at his fumbles. He was sacked 38 times, only completed about 60% of his passes. So from year 1 to year 2, there really wasn't much of a change other than the fact that he threw more picks and was hit more. So like I said, Cam Ward not off to a good start here. Year 3, he ends up going up to an 80 overall. Still has that normal development trait. So that I do think that's holding them back. We probably would see some better stats from him if he had a higher development trait, because that would affect his overall. But overall, he's sitting at an 80 going into year 3. Year 3 is kind of the deciding factor on a guy. I mean, if you haven't had a good year in 3 years, you're kind of written off as a player. So this is a big test for him. And at the end of year 3, the Titans go 5-12. So the team did not really see any success with Cam Ward as their quarterback. Taking a look at the My Team rankings, same thing as last year. Defense, horrendous. Offense, still not good. Passing game was middle of the pack. Taking a look now at the yards. So he threw for almost 4,000 yards, 23 touchdowns to 15 picks, completes 67% of passes. So that's a little bit closer to what you'd be looking for on a completion percentage standpoint, but the interceptions is still high, touchdowns are still low, and he still gets hit a lot. 30 sacks. So part of this, sure, is the offensive line bad? Yes, but it also comes down to, you can't hold the ball too long. You got to get the ball out. So I'm not saying all of those sacks throughout his career are on the offensive line, but overall, Cam Ward is just not it. We're going to have a summary page coming up here in a second. So taking a look at the 3 years for Cam Ward, go ahead and pause if you like to see anything. Big thing that stands out to me, he was sacked almost 100 times in 3 years, and he threw 47 interceptions in 3 years. That's a lot. These numbers really aren't good. But next up, we're going to end up talking about Abdul Carter. So here in year 1, we could see he starts out at a 79 overall. Keep in mind, that's what Cam Ward got to after the first year. He has a hidden development trait, so that should help him develop a little bit quicker. Abdul Carter, the outside linebacker, edge rusher, whatever you want to call him. But, yeah, he's going to be fitting in on the defense here. We've seen with the Cam Ward sim, the defense was bad, so it's not just the offense that's the problem. So, with that being said, I do think there is a spot to where you could justify them going defense with the first overall pick. And at the end of year one here, the Titans, not really a good year. 3-14. It is what it is. Like I was saying, it's going to be a little bit before they figure it out. The team rankings are all right. They were actually green, so top 10 in passing yards. But other than that, they were just middle of the pack or really bad. So this team, it's a process. But the key thing to remember is with the process, it's important to nail your first-round pick. So we're going to take a look at Abdul Carter's stats here. First off, we're going to take a look at sacks. So when you're looking for him, he's second in the team, only 3.5. You're going to want a little bit more than that. Tackles for loss, though, that's good. Led the team with 14 tackles for loss. I'll take that. At least if you're not getting sacks, you're getting tackles for loss. And he slides in at 71 total tackles. So overall, not a great year. Definitely not a bad year. Leading the team in tackles for loss, that's good. And, being top 10, I want to say that's 6 in total team tackles, that's good. But overall, just not really the numbers of a first overall pick. Abdul Carter in year 2, he's going up now to an 82 overall. He's got that star development trait, so that'll help him his overall increase, and I would imagine help him play better because that would increase his overall more. But we're looking for a good year because year 1 was all right, just really not it. And one thing that's changed so far is the Titans actually make the playoffs. That's a big news here in year 2. They don't really have much success. They only end up making it to the wild card, and they lose to the Bengals. But, hey, that's a step in the right direction. They made playoffs. That's something that they didn't do with Cam Ward. And, when you take a look at the My Team rankings, or first off, they went 10-7. But if you take a look at My Team rankings, the offense was all right. It's the defense that was pretty bad. But just because the defense was bad doesn't mean Abdul Carter couldn't have good stats. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Like I said, we're looking for a good year from Carter. So when we take a look at the sacks, he's sitting there at 5. So we've seen an increase in sacks. I'll take that. We're seeing improvement. Obviously, you want a little bit more. Tackles for loss, he's third on the team with 7. Total tackles, we see a little bit of a dip, only 56. So overall, we see a dip in the tackles for loss. We see an increase in sacks. We see a decrease in total tackles. So I don't really want to say this is a good year because he gave up a lot of tackles and a lot of tackles for loss. He doubled that in his rookie season for tackles for loss just to improve on 1.5 sacks. That's too much to give. Definitely not a good year for Carter. So we're going to hope that year 3 brings us great numbers for Carter, and hopefully that'll kind of answer our question a little bit. 84 overall, he's got a star factor still, so we see that star factor increased his overall to this offseason. So like I was saying, with year 3, we're looking for some good numbers. We're looking for Carter to kind of come into the edge rusher that everyone's hyping him up to be, because quite frankly, at this point in the video, Cam Ward didn't live up to the hype, and neither did Carter at this point. So taking a look at stats, or the team stats, they went 8-9. Not bad, not good, kind of middle of the pack. It is what it is. The defense improved. We got 2 in the green, so top 10 defensive points and defensive pass yards. So the defense improved. The offense struggled a little bit. So with the defense improving, hopefully that would translate to Carter putting up better numbers. So let's go ahead and take a look at that, see how the team does here. So one thing is Aiden Hutchinson's there. Maybe that's why the defense improves. But Abdul Carter only had 2.5 sacks. So not a good year for sacks. Taking a look at tackles for loss, only 7 again. So he really never kind of lived up, at least from the tackles for loss category, to his rookie season. It's just been kind of going downhill ever since. And when you take a look at total tackles, only 55. So Abdul Carter, definitely not bad. Just kind of not that franchise piece here through 3 years that you're probably hoping him to be, especially if you're using the first overall pick on him. So, not bad. I would say he's probably better than Cam Ward in the simulation because they did make playoffs. But overall, these are the stats. So, in 3 seasons, only 11 sacks. That's not good. 28 tackles for loss. Hey, that's almost 10 tackles for loss every season. Almost, technically 180 for tackles, not bad. And then, 1 forced fumble, 2 fumble recoveries. It is what it is, not bad, but definitely could be better. Finally, the last guy we're going to talk about is Travis Hunter, sitting at a 79 overall with the hidden development trait. One thing I do want to say is with this draft class that I downloaded, they have Hunter listed as a cornerback. I could not figure out how to go in and make him play both sides of the ball, so we're going to have to take all of Hunter's numbers with a grain of salt, because you got to remember he is going to probably be playing both sides of the ball no matter what team he goes to. I don't know if he's going to be playing it both sides of the ball like he did at the college level, because this is the NFL. It's a lot different. Overall, first year with Travis Hunter, the team goes 4-13, and the My Team rankings really bad all around. I mean, they're not good. I mean, defense is bad, offense is bad. Now maybe the offense is a little bit better if Hunter lines up a wide receiver a little bit. That's a hypothetical that we're not going to know the answer to. But overall, let's go ahead and take a look at his defensive stats. He is on defense, so we are looking for good defensive numbers. First thing is interceptions, and big thing, he had 0 interceptions, so that sucks. Taking a look at passes defended now. It looked like he had 4. Yeah, he had 4. So definitely not one of the highest on the team. He did have half a sack, so that's cool. 4 tackles for loss, that's cool. And the big thing that's surprising to me is the 75 total tackles. I mean, you got to remember, he, in his rookie season, according to these overalls, he was a slot corner. And to have 75 tackles as a slot corner, that's a guy that's not scared to come up and make a tackle, which is kind of something that's not true with all cornerbacks. But overall, that was a good year. Good rookie season for him, because in year 2, we see he has that superstar development trait, so that'll help him progress even faster than Carter does hypothetically, with an 84 overall going into year 2. And with an 84, he does move himself up in the depth chart. I did look at that. So he is now the cornerback 2. Maybe that leads to more playing time, or it should lead to more playing time, and it should lead to better stats, hopefully. So let's go ahead and sim to the end of year 2 and see how him and the Titans do. So overall, Titans go 7-10. Definitely not a bad season. Still kind of middle of the pack. Not really bad, but not really good enough to make playoffs or even the wild card. Like I said, it's going to be a multiple-year process with the Tennessee Titans, because the offense and defense is bad. And with Hunter, it does kind of get both areas of the ball, but still just is not the same. So here in year 2, no interceptions again. When you go to take a look at pass defense, he only had 3. So we see a drop in the pass defense with more playing time. And we also see no interceptions again, which is kind of concerning to me. He does get another half sack. He only has... How many tackles for loss was that? It looked like it was 1. So, yeah, 1 tackle for loss. He still is good in the tackling game, 74 total tackles. But through this point, I thought Travis Hunter, with him being able to play both sides of the ball, that would make him a ball hawk in the secondary. Maybe get some more interceptions. And through 2 seasons, we have not seen any interceptions. So that's really the only concerning thing that I'm seeing so far. Overall, I don't really have a problem with how Hunter's playing, especially considering we're only looking at one side of the ball. And then here in year 3, we see him go up to an 86 overall. Still has that superstar factor. So with that being said, he is now the cornerback 1 on the team. So hopefully, now that he is going to be guarding everyone's wide receiver 1, that will lead to the interceptions, the more pass defense. But interested to see if the tackles drop off, because, a lot of the wide receivers that are the wide receiver 1s are running more so the deeper routes, so maybe they're not in the middle to make the tackles. So it'll be interesting to see that. And same thing as last year, the team goes 7-10, so at least we have consistency with Hunter. With everyone else, it was kind of like really good year, really bad year, and then a bad year. Hunter, we have 2 years of 7-10, so at least we have consistency with Hunter. Everything, we have some that are pretty bad, some that are middle of the pack on offense and defense. So overall, big thing with Hunter that I'm seeing so far is consistency. So taking a look at the defensive side now, let's see how many interceptions he had. As we know, he had none to this point, and he gets 3 in one season. So 3 is not bad. Big thing is going to be pass defense. He was 3rd in the team with 5. So, we definitely see an increase there with him being as the cornerback 1 now. No sacks, tackles for loss, tackles for loss 0, 71 total tackles, so we don't see the tackles dip. So that's good. Overall, I'd say Hunter's all right. I say that according to Madden, I think if you're looking for consistency or fixing the team, Hunter would probably be the right pick, just because Sure, Carter, you went to the playoffs once, but after that, it really all kind of fell off. And Carter really wasn't that good. Hunter, he's providing you consistency on the defensive side of the ball. You also got to remember that he will be playing both sides of the ball, so he will be putting up offensive stats. But with that being said, let's go and take a look at his defensive stats. So total tackles, 220. I mean, that's more than our outside linebacker. 3 interceptions, that's a little bit low. 12 pass defense, that's also a little bit low. But the big thing that I'm noticing here is he had more tackles in his 3 seasons than Carter did. That's a problem to me. I mean, he's an outside linebacker. He's supposed to make the tackles. Now, Hunter had his own problems, but hey, overall, I think Madden's saying that Hunter would be the correct pick, but this is all opinion-based. Me and Orb definitely think they're going to go Cam Ward because the big thing here is getting a quarterback that can at least keep you afloat. I mean, Will Levis is not doing that. Will Levis makes your team worse, I mean, just with the boneheaded plays. But go ahead, comment down below. Let us know what you guys think the Titans will do and what they should do with their pick. But when it comes to this video, that's all we got. So if you enjoyed, please remember to like and sub for more Madden content. We'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.